Hello, hi Bedekin, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm about to launch STO in about a second. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. I just felt like I just wanna casually just chill out, stream a little bit, but play some casual STO, and here we go. And here we go. Sorry about the background, there might be some like storm sounds because just a huge storm passed by. It is still like thundery a little bit, but I'm hoping it's gonna pass in a few moments and we'll have peace and quiet from the background. Let me see. I now have an endeavor to finish Thorian ships. Well, that's one thing to do against Thorians. But I think it'll be better to run with a different ship. Don't you just love when your dog scares you because he pretends or acts like there was something in another room, but there is not? And my dog just did that, and I'm just like, whoa, is there someone in? Someone get inside. Oh, Ginger, don't you just love it when dogs do that? It's gonna take forever. And what's funny is that when I start a patrol, it's gonna launch. Which is so funny because this is like a rule for me.
You have entered an area controlled by the Bentham Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated assist in an ongoing operation. Looks like
What
our
did I
flight got
say?
them
I
to notice
queued
us.
into it,
Let's
and
go
it
over and
probably
ask
wouldn't
if
pop
their
up in a
boss
long
might
time.
come out of hiding.
But I went into a patrol and it had to ruin it. I knew that's gonna happen. It happens every time I queue something up in the normal PvE and just go for a random patrol.
The Tholians have captured a number of Romulan Republic ships.
Not that it's a
and we
big
need to
issue.
free them. The ships are being held by the
Whatever.
Our time here is limited. Stay focused, plan your attacks, and save as many ships as possible. Every loss is critical for my people. The Tholians are using their energy rounds to track the ships. Target and fire at the nodes connecting the web. If you are caught inside the web, try to destroy one side of the space before it collapses in on you.
Alright, Nate.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
Feeling sick, so taking it easy. Well, that's good. That's a good precaution. I always say when you're feeling down, just take it easy. Better to be safe than sorry, whatever it might be, whether it's a normal, average cold or anything more serious. It's always good to take it easy and let your body rest and let your mind rest as well. Yeah, let's kick some Tholian ass. That's a Romulan vessel, isn't it? I'm not very knowledgeable about all of the Romulan vessel classes, but Definitely looks like one. You know, I just had a huge storm pass by, so there might still be an occasional thunder in the background. I think it eased off, but it still might happen. This day is supposed to be stormy. It's just second rain today, and the day isn't close to ending yet. So who knows what might happen in the next few hours. Oh, did I already complete the endeavor? Yes, I did. Wonderful.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
Haha, kiss my ass. It's not gonna happen, you stupid Tholian. Oh, an NX class. Haven't seen that one in another match for quite a while. As a matter of fact, I haven't flown one myself for a while too. I might need to get back to it at some point. I did enjoy flying this little ship. I friggin' love having a battle cloak.
A Dalan warbird is escaping. A Talis warbird is escaping.
Well, that's easy. Fighting with Tholians is so tedious these days. It used to be a challenge, now they're just like, ugh. So easy to overcome. So easy. There's a number 5. But we won't get there in time to actually make any
A Delon
significant
warbird is
difference.
escaping. A valued dreadnought is escaping.
Yep, I knew it. We're gonna handle this without a hitch. No, Tholians, you have no chance to win with me. As I mentioned, tractor beams are not gonna work either.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
How much time do we have left? Still 2 minutes. Oh god. Yeah, I've got to agree with Alt. This mission is taking too long for my taste. It should be at least 3 minutes shorter than it actually is. I think it takes total of 15 minutes, and I think that's 2-3 minutes too long. And there's no way you can actually stop it, and the scarcity of the points actually spawning makes you waste a lot of time. Because they're not calculated per the time of the map, so sometimes they will interrupt you like last 5 seconds before you free the ship. Which is also very annoying and tedious. It's just taking time, which you don't want to waste in things like that. Waiting for something to spawn. It should be calculated. It shouldn't be so random as it is. Right, they'll do it. I'm moving on.
A Delon warbird is escaping.
Haha, stupid you. Sorry, the mycelium iron bush is really useful in this mission. People don't use it too often, but with Tholians it's just a good chance that you might actually avoid being trapped in that bloody web. Ah, we didn't make it.
I am quite impressed with your fleet.
Shut up. This is not my fleet. Just random players. And the warp out is broken again. Or like, still. God, they couldn't just make this right, could they? I'm not gonna play this. Fuck you. Tend to give me shit I don't want. Is there any event still happening? Summer's ended, I didn't care for it. This is still happening. Right. Well, we can, although not very happy about it. Definitely not gonna sit here though. Oh, okay, that one was fast. That might be painful, though. Oh, don't bring annoying Klingons. Mokai Klingons are such a pain in the ass. Oh god, someone spawned this crap. No, stop bubbling towards me. Can someone disable those bubbles, please? It's so bloody difficult. This ship has a unique design. I know it's from Discovery, but I still like... Well, the mycelium shield is absolutely atrocious, and it kind of ruins the feel of the ship, but generally this design is quite interesting. It's kind of like a trident weapon.
Enemy ships approaching. On an attack vector.
Of course it's gonna be Mokai. Fucking hate Mokai. Fuck off! Pieces of shit. Hey, I pressed the engineering. Why didn't it work? This fucking game is broken. Pressed the engineering team and it still didn't work. Not amusing. Fucking hate Mokai. That stupid intel ability is just such a pain in the ass. I really like being a pain in the ass, really.
up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
Too far for this to work. Sorry. Actually not. I'm not sorry for avoiding your trap. It's a very un-Klingon tactic, to be honest. It's cowardly. Oh, fuck off. The Mokai Klingons are such cowards. Backstabbing, double-crossing, saboteurs. No! Fuck off. Fucking gonna regret this. No, not this. Goodbye. To be absolutely frank, I don't think Klingons are generally honourable by nature and otherwise. They always try to use a trick up their sleeve instead of doing an open, honourable combat. Fuck you with this stupid fucking boarding parties. I hate those.
upgrades are now.
Taking over beta. That should do it. One. You shall use a science station. I mean, a satellite. Especially that everyone's a tactic here. No, actually, there's one engineer. There you go, nice and 100% repaired. I think we're ready. Well, ready as I'll ever be. What a lovely
Heads up, the
disproportion.
enemy flagships are coming to attack.
Yeah, I knew it. Just gonna leave him there.
Shield generator beta is at 75%.
Of course, they'll punch through like through butter. And that's what happens when people just focus on one side and just don't give a fuck about the rest. Or even the rest of that team. Fine time to bring other Klingons. I'm not fond of using that, but it does the trick. Wow, lagging. God damn it, what's this lagging?
Did it! They're leaving.
Okay, that went well. Could have been better. But obviously people had
Well
to
done.
be like all
We'll
together.
continue to ready our defenses here.
Shut up. I don't care what you're gonna be doing afterwards. I've done my part. And the warpath animation is locked wrong again. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Let's see what pops in first. It's probably gonna be one of the more popular ones. Counterpoint. Yeah, thought it might be one of those.
DS9 to all Alliance ships. We are under attack by Mirror Universe forces. We request...
Ten more seconds. So what do we got here? Oh, factory carrier. One of the pilot ships. A legendary Discovery Connie. I can kiss my ass, you piece of shit. And fuck off my shields, you crap. I don't know why they even try. Janeway is unbeatable here.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the problem for many people in this game. They care so badly about DPS, they care for nothing else. You piece of crap, do you really think that's gonna pass? No. Think that helped. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Nebula class is nothing on me. Especially not the Terran one. Right, in your next life. Do we have time to close anymore? Would. I think they're gonna attack me as soon as I come close. Yep. Ah, made it. And here they go. Actually, don't cloak. No. Shit. Gonna lose that cloak.
They're break.
Yeah, I don't have 14 seconds. Oh, actually I do. Got plentiful of time. Surprisingly. 3, 2, 1, cloak. Fucking love the battle cloak. The 32nd century ships have this beautiful advantage of being able to cloak at any time they want. Something you would really use in any of the Federation ships. And I'm wondering why they haven't actually... They can do whatever they want. They don't need to continue with the Accords if there's Alliance. Also, has never helped any ship to push me away to prevent me from destroying them. Oh yeah, crashing into an invisible wall. DS9 is so unglitchy. Get the fuck off my ship, you piece of crap. I need to auto-destruct or something. Yeah, that's very fucking helpful. Oh, fucking hate this map. Ever since the physical model and the visual one model of the DS9 and Tarak Nor have been mismatched, it's unbearable. Oh great, I spawned a bloody plasma one.
We're taking too much damage.
Plasma turret.
Deploy the... We've conquered everyone else in our reality. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire. The Emperor will crush you. We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive offensive.
fucking coward, I'm gonna get you.
We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire. We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire. We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire. We're taking too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs. Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Okay, Mara, you just sentenced yourself.
Deploy defensive countermeasures. Make repairs.
Oh, fuck off with that temporal anomaly. So fucking useless. It doesn't damage, it just stops you for like a few seconds.
Repairs complete. Face the wrath of the Terran Empire.
Uh-huh. I think she's had enough. She's bringing in the dreadnoughts.
We're reading an energy.
Shut up.
Our reinforcements will put you in your place. You haven't seen the last of me.
Oh, I know.
Terok Nor has been.
You haven't been had your ass served the last time either. Ah, that's quite pleasant. Quite enjoying myself in this ship. Tough little ship. It's totally fun to play with it. Oh, what will we do? Right, endeavours, no point in looking into those.
You basic.
No, Spitfire. Why, thank you. Hey, hello there. I hope you're doing fine. After all that Star Trek stuff yesterday, I just had to do some Star Trek. I've been sitting, in the game like for half of the day. It's all going great. Well, wonderful. Good to hear. I'm doing fine, I guess. The heat wave is passing away. Just a huge storm passed by like an hour ago. And now it's getting cooler, I hope. Unfortunately, we had to cut our walk short with the popper because the storm obviously had to come the same time we were out. So we had to cut it short.
The Herc are about to overrun this planet, and time is a factor.
So there we are. The popper is still like avoiding outside, and I'm having fun with my Janeway class, or should I say the Intrepid refit from the 25th century. I still have not gone down from loving this ship. It's so awesome. I am just curious how would it be if I had the Courage class, but I'm not regretting getting this ship by any means. It's just like, I would love to have a comparison between the two classes, but that's mostly because I'm very curious about combining a destroyer features and... Yeah, they're not gonna give me peace, will they? Little flying insects. Oh, kiss my ass, you little brats. Just like fucking flying insects. Stop using the tractor beam against me, that's not going to help you. Well, I think Janeway would approve. Let's try to help these ships about.
Coffee. The finest organic suspension ever devised. It's got me through the worst of the last 3 years. I beat the Borg with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Coffee black. Make it yourself.
Gladly there is none, because it probably would have been called a Kuchimoya class, and I wouldn't want that. We don't want that. Or the console would be called a Kuchimoya, and then it would have been so bad. Oh, I'm so glad they never made a class after Chakotay. Or it would be called a made-up class, because nothing behind Chakotay's belief system was actually ever true. Sorry, but there is plentiful of time travel in Star Trek, like enormous amounts. Like there have been specific episodes when they've gone back through time to so many different times, or even went back to not back, but actually went to the future on many occasions. So there is a lot of time travel in Star Trek just as well. It's just not as prominent, but I don't think it's as scarce as it would have been. I think at least in 2 seasons out of 3 seasons of Discovery there was mentioning of time travel or use of time travel at some capacity, so I think there's plentiful of that in Star Trek. Just like maybe not every episode, but yeah, there's like Red Angel, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. The 2nd season actually had that because of the Red Angel suit. And then, obviously, going into the future to avoid the outcome of destroying all life in the galaxy. Yeah, there's plentiful of actually time travel, and there's plentiful of everything actually. Star Trek really is versatile, despite what people think. It tackles a lot of different themes. Goes between morality, evolution, scientific approach, not interfering with other cultures. Fine line between, yeah, a lot of those elements actually. But obviously it really depends what you're looking for. I prefer Star Trek over anything else at this moment because it offers, it used to offer an optimistic view of the future, something you could aspire to, something you can learn from, like a different approach, more pacifistic approach towards many things. We're not obviously talking about the game because obviously it has to be battle-centric to actually give it enough Hey Needy, yeah, we're having some space time. I've been watching people play it all day and I decided, like, why not do this myself? I've been playing with the others, but why not stream it just as well?
Burke's ship spotted at escape group Gamma. Get over there.
Yeah, though that is a good approach, but sometimes actually Starfleet keeps too cold of an observant eye. A lot of suffering could have been spared if they interfered in the Cardassian occupation of Bajor, which was totally unjustified. And the Cardassians really committed atrocities over the Bajoran people, so there's a fine line between staying out of other people's business and actually, doing something. I know it would have probably ended up with a full-scale war, but there was no Dominion at that time, so I think, the Cardassians could have been easily pacified and overcame, and they could be put in their place, but Starfleet decided to be like, oh no, we're keeping to the Prime Directive, even though we haven't kept to it all the time, but let's keep to it this time because it's more convenient. Is someone dying? Oh, nonsense, it's totally not happening. Well, to me, Janeway is life, so there we
Ships
go.
heading down
Star
escape
Trek
route
Voyager.
Alpha. Protect them.
Well, I haven't seen any episode of Doctor Who, so I can't say, but you guys probably know it better than I do. I mean, obviously you do, because you've watched it.
Earth ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
Needy, tell me how many episodes of Star Trek have you seen in your life, and then we'll talk about Scandalous.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
Star Trek is classic though too. It came in the 60s, so I think they're even in the terms of being iconic or classic though. I don't remember the date, but it was something like in the mid 60s.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
But Doctor Who is just one TV show that continues to go on. Star Trek is multiple TV shows, multiple cinema films, merchandise, and all kind of stuff. So, obviously Star Trek had bigger popularity. No, you don't win because you don't have a lot merchandise or cinematography behind Doctor Who. Just one TV show that has been continuing ever since and has not gained like wide reception as Star Trek did, because everyone heard about Star Trek. I know people who have never heard of Doctor Who, so I haven't heard about Doctor Who until like 2-3 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Doctor Who? I don't know. We destroyed everything on this map.
That's everyone.
Good. Good. Very good. Let's warp out of here. No thank you. I don't want to be invested in another TV show. I just don't have enough time to even watch proper Star Trek, and we are getting like 3 new Star Trek shows in the next year. So, yeah, I'm gonna hard pass. For now, I'm not saying never, but definitely not now. Who's that? You. Hopefully never. I don't like mixing franchises which are not entirely compatible. It's one thing to combine like Blade Runner and combine alien universes which are kind of like in a similar direction. They tend to say a similar story, just from a different angle. But Star Trek and Doctor Who, from my understanding, they're completely different and very incompatible. I freaking love this ship. It looks so good. It flies so well. That's just Lara's backpack. Yeah, it has to be magic because the stuff she was able to hide in that bloody thing. Oh, for fuck's sake, when I queue the fucking patrol, it already pops out with a map. I was hoping it's gonna take a bit longer. Yeah, let's go out of here then.
There are 2 active Borg transwarp conduits in this system, along with a stable spatial rift.
Shut up, Klingon. I'm flying with this guy into almost every mission today. Ever since I started. This is the legendary Constitution. With the ugliest shield he could ever choose. Can't bear to watch. Well, the only reason why I'm into science fiction in general is because it offers so many possibilities. And I like starships. So if it's a science fiction that has starships, like, you know, starships that can take care, they can have battles in space, then I'm all for it.
I am the beginning, the end, the one who is many. I am the Borg.
Oh yeah, the good old Queenie. Her Majesty. The Queen of Borg. You know, surprising as it is, I mean, yeah, Borg had a few contradictions that grew over the series, but I still think that they are the most efficient way of evolving. Bang. This dude is good. We can be done with this mission in no time. Of course, the probes are still left an eye. Well, if you have just one binary or computer language, I think that erases the need of using any other languages. I mean, you probably assimilate all of the languages, so you probably gain all of the knowledge, but in terms of like speech. But then at some point, if you assimilate everything and everyone, think it becomes a redundant knowledge that's going to be simply erased. Oh, piss off. You don't have the right to assimilate me. Yeah, I think Borg used some sort of SAP-based communication, so the entire collective would have been in touch with the rest. I think that's how I understood it anyway. Not 100% sure if I understood it right. Yeah, but like the episode from yesterday when I was watching Star Trek Voyager, 7 of 9's diagnosis of humanity was so on point it should be even referred to today, because we really lack cohesion, we lack unity, we don't have a lot of things that would ease our lives. If we had something of a collective unity sense, like we realize that we are the same species, and the boundaries we create between each other are just like artificial. They're just something that we put there, and we believe in imaginary boundaries. Like, if we all had the same equal ability to do the same stuff at the same time, would we feel like we differ? Like, if we weren't taught by society, like programmed into the notion that we are different, like the notion of poverty and richness is something that divides us, even though it's absolutely not true, because it's something artificial created by humans. That's not something that is inherent from birth. It's something you're being told to. We would have been like way ahead of our current level of evolution or development, really, if we didn't pay attention to use these boundaries which are being artificially forced upon us. Why do you bother, you piece of crap? Flying junkyard. Shut up, Klingon. Why does it always have to be a Klingon to introduce and lead the mission? I fucking hate them. Well, that's different. It was a combat situation. We had no choice but to defend ourselves. Anyway, that's how the game is designed anyway. Oh, is that ugly thing? I thought it was a different ship from a distance. But that's a command battle cruiser. Those are the ugliest things that they have invented into this game. Speaking of Voyager, I haven't flown proper Intrepid class for quite a while. I think I'm going to swap over for a moment. Hello, USS Intrepid. Let's see. Oh my god, why? Why every single time? Fuck you. stupid piece of shit. I fucking hate this game for it. Like, every time you change these skills, everything here gets removed and cleared. And it doesn't have any logical reason, because I can remove this and clear this anytime I like. I would prefer that this would stay and only my skills would be changed. I really hate this feature. It's so fucking idiotic. Fucking have to do this all over again. I absolutely hate this. No, that's not gonna help. Superior beam training. Warp theorist, techie. Shield. Oh, there it is. Fleet coordinator, of course. And no, neither of those abilities were supposed to be here. Why does it reset off all this? It's so fucking annoying. Engines. I said ticket, bitch. Do I go for shields? Strengthen shielding? Yeah, I suppose. Although, superior shield regeneration would have been good too. I can, but it doesn't matter if you respec your skill set. It doesn't fucking care. It just resets everything. And I haven't actually flown this ship ever since I changed my skill set last time. So everything is just wiped for every single fucking ship I own. Which is such stupidity. I can't even, like... damage. Huh. So Tychon's Rift, Timeline Collapse, Gravity Well. No, I don't fucking care. I'm not using those abilities at this time. What's this? Where did this come from? Huh? I don't remember getting this ability. Incoming electrical and radiation damage can be shunned off to the temporal capacitors, generating the surge of power necessary to more quickly reset your captain's abilities. So, when receiving electrical radiation damage, you will reduce time and captain's abilities by 5% once per 10 seconds. That's useless, but thank you for the offer. I will never use it in my life. Can't reform the storm. No, I need preferential targeting, which is somewhere out here. Preferential targeting. Super weapon ingenuity, target rich environment, and I think. I don't know. Tychon's Rift is tempting, but I don't use it too often. I could, though. What was a chronometric inversion field when timeline collapse? I think those are temporary abilities. I do have a temporal station, but no, I don't think it's temporal actually. Well, that's not gonna help. I can drop this. I don't have Tychon's Rift here though. But I have Tarkin's Rift here. I guess that could be workable. And I can still have Energy Siphon if I'd like to. That would be interesting to try out. Tarkin's Rift. Jesus, they're still trying to push this game to people's throats? Is anyone actually playing it? You know, I've been browsing like casual games on Twitch, and that game never, literally never pops up. It says a lot about it. I don't know. Should I swap it for something? I hate this beam. It's the ugliest thing ever. Yeah, feels like a recycled Tomb Raider, doesn't it? Actually, not even Tomb Raider. I don't know what the hell it feels like. I'll put an Omni here and see if that does anything to us. Shouldn't be the worst setup. And these two can now deal additional damage. What about here? How are we standing? Of course. Yeah, sure. No! Stupid idiot. This. So, tactical, beam special. I think I'm gonna put the third beam special just in case. And I think I'm gonna go with reduced time to recharge torpedoes. So that would be more useful. And let's see how that works. You've ordered specifically to play Iron Man, and everything so far is paid upgrades to this armor. And yeah, I mean, what is the point of making a game about superheroes if they are not invincible and their base stuff that they're using, which looks like it should do something, you just need to constantly upgrade it? It makes zero sense. It's just ridiculous. But then again, it's a Crystal Dynamics game. I don't expect a lot of logic in that. Let's see. This should have auto fire. This, I'm gonna swap it this way. Oh, actually wrong. This should be right. This looks decent when it comes to power. Okay, maybe I'll just face off a Delta Quadrant encounter. Oh, fuck you. I always had to do that. Fucking hate this, but I'll do the blockade runner for now. Let's see how the Voyager still holds up. If the Voyager still holds up in battle. Oh, there was a Marvel game about superheroes. Were you able to play all of those iconic ones, like Iron Man and the others, like Hulk?
We're reading your beacon signal now.
Well, actually, Marvel killed it, if anyone.
Ships need repairs before they can escape the blockade.
Marvel killed it because they believed, I don't know on which basis, that Crystal can pull off a decent game, which obviously they couldn't. Oh, piss off. That's a shame that they had a game that did the same thing. That's not an Enterprise, Needy. This ship has never been an Enterprise. It's Voyager, which was a totally separate TV show. It's set in the universe with the first ever female captain lead. From 2016, that is not an old game then, Spitfire. For which friend were you asking that for?
Warning. Artillery incoming.
Oh, get off.
Immediately.
That should help them. I want to swap one thing
Thanks
because...
for the assist. Leaving the war zone.
Oh, okay. Like, engineering team makes more sense here. Phaser maxed. 3 years. That's a very short lifespan, even for an online game. That's so bad. Makes no sense at all. God, why they did that?
Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Engines are online. We're getting out of here. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
God, this ship looks so beautiful right now.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
It's a really ridiculous short lifespan for an online game service thing. They really wanted to push that terrible thing from Crystal. The problem with Crystal Dynamics is they take a lot of shortcuts when making their games. If they want to if they can reuse something, they will reuse it. Which is like the biggest crime in video games, in my opinion. You don't use shortcuts. Sure, if you do have a workable engine that can support like all of the modernized graphics quality, that's fine. The problem is that their engine doesn't support it because it's already too heavy for itself. So it cannot even properly load levels right now, which just says a lot about it. I'm sorry, get this constriction anchor off me, or I will destroy you. Actually, I will destroy you regardlessly. But that's beside the point. Which studio published that Marvel thing? Because I'm curious, was it an internal job from Marvel Studios, or was it something external again? Yeah, Voyager still has it. And I haven't even taken a scratch. I freaking love that ship.
You're a real
It looks
lifesaver.
so freaking good. Shut up, woman. No. I'll warp out when I want to. There could be a little bit more depth into the deflector, because you could see in the show that it was kind of like more inside. It was a bit deeper, but still everything else about this ship looks so freaking well. Kazillion Entertainment. I have never heard of them. Yeah, obviously. That's a pity, really. So, how are we looking here? Upon expiration of Gravity Well Titan's Rift, I think the chronometric inversion field and timeline collapse are consoles. Applied up to 5 foes within 5 kilometers, additional 4,700 kinetic damage. Decreases accuracy rating by -20 and damage resistance. Improved with exotic damage with Starship Exotic Particle Generator. Well, to be honest, I do have a console that kind of like could boost it a little bit. I would lose a little bit of power output, but what was the console that actually upgraded it? Opening salvo. That's a console that came from the USS Titan. Sorry, I'm very ignorant in terms of like who is who in the Marvel universe outside of the few films I've seen, so I don't even know who Jean Grace Phoenix is or was. So ooh, oh, that one is cool. Two things at once. Let's try this as an experiment. The Red-Head Wolverine. No, it still rings totally no bells, but I don't think I've even watched ever any X-Men film so far, so I am a huge ignorant there. There's me. Right, let's try it with the retrofitted assimilator under an experiment. Actually, this can boost our power output a little bit. Okay, let's try this one. What can we do in terms of patrols and Delta quadrants? Oh, we need just 30 more seconds cooldown to get to this one, so I think I'll do that. Well, I can't blame you. There are many games which were shut down or simply are in like development hell, or even in like rights hell that has not been picked up so far and are not like purchasable anywhere. For instance, I think like No One Lives Forever was the franchise which I think was one of the best like action-packed like stealth shooters out there from the early 2000s, and they did 3 games, and then the game went into like right hell because it's stuck between Vivendi, Warner Brothers, Lictech, which I don't know who does it belong to now. I think it's like Disney right now, because it also was Fox, which like just kind of like makes it huge mess. And no one really knows if this ever is going to be... I mean, no, because someone actually wanted to purchase those rights, but then one of those companies, because it was done in collaboration between Lictag, Fox Interactive, and Monolith, a couple of others, and then there was some of it was purchased by Vivendi, and then it went to hell because basically no one really wanted to claim any. They didn't want to share, they didn't want to sell, and the end result is that no one can actually profit from this game because it's not on digital distribution. And they literally just... Whoa, why is this ship looking like that? I have assimilated that ship, but why does it look like a Borg probe? Wow. So it's a very complicated story, and it's a shame because I think that was one of the best spy genre games that were out there, which had also an entertaining story. It had sense of humor, and to be honest, if you added a bit more better high quality textures, it would still work today. It would still look great today, because what's funny is that this game was actually done almost exclusively in motion capture, especially the second installment, and it made so much sense. It was so beautiful, so good to look at, and so good to listen to, because it also had awesome music. And the game is dead because of it, because greed of all of those companies prevented them from actually like sharing it, or like there was someone who wanted to pick it up and re-release it like after remaster or something, but they simply blocked that. And that was another shameful thing. Alright, let's assimilate you too. Oh, I didn't make it. Shit. But the assimilated ship is still here. Oh, that was something else. I think like Kojima bailed because they tried to force him to do something, and I think he didn't want to do it. Or there were some issues in like which way they wanted to distribute the game. Konami's making a lot of bad decisions, so I blame Konami for this. They wanted to do something, and either Sony didn't want it, or like Kojima wasn't very keen on it, because they have been falling out for quite a while. I mean, he was doing Metal Gear Solid for Konami too, and they had a falling out, and he dropped out, and same thing came from. I think it was like interconnected. Like those issues were like intertwined. I never cared much for Space Jam. I don't like basketball. I hate sports in general, and I never enjoyed these films. I didn't like the first one, and I don't care about the second one. It's just like, it exists. I have zero interest. Well, the competition is hard this year when it comes to like worst movies out there. Netflix is competing in that category. Whoa! They are transferring these ships into typically... Wow! I've never seen it before. I mean, normally the ship just looks like the ship you had, but it has Borg attachments to it. Now it just is transformed into a Borg probe. Quite a powerful one, might I add, because it survives quite a lot of beating. Wow. I think Netflix is still competing in the category of making the worst movies. I hear the new film that dropped in with Vin Diesel, something, well, Blood or some other shit, is just contending to be the stupidest thing out there. But then again, which of their original productions that was released in the past 2 years, maybe outside of The Witcher, wasn't abysmal? Like, maybe Love, Death, Robots is cool. That franchise really works for me because but there's no coherence between it because every episode is just a closed, separate story. And I kind of like it that way. But the best things I've seen on Netflix are usually not their own, so it says a lot. And by the way, they were saying that they will not raise the prices for Poland, but they did. So here we go. We're not getting good stuff, but yeah, we're gonna pay more. I'm lucky that my plan hasn't been changed, because if it was, I would probably bail and go for something else. And I've got another assimilated ship. Well, yeah, if you're referring to Love, Death, Robots as an anthology, then yeah, that's a good anthology. And the second season was just as good as the first one. I sucked it. I binge watched it like in one sitting. I just couldn't stop watching, and it was so good. But it has also a lot of external influence and interest in it. By the way, I don't know, Spitfire, if I recognize this ship. That's a Kazon ship, if you remember. Whoa, stop flying next to me. Whoa, get away. Yeah, it's a Kazon ship. Actually, it's Maj Kala's flagship. The one that was actually running a duo with Seska. Because we know he survived, he just never bothered to follow Voyager anymore after he was defeated and lost the ship. So, yeah, you run into him in the patrol here in the game. I mean, he's been taken in by the Bentham guards, but still. That's a cool Easter egg, I think. Yep. I mean, you don't talk to him, you just hear him scream something like, I'm taking you with me, but that's all. I freaking love all the Voyager lore. By the way, did you know that I actually have enough equipment to make an assimilated Borg ship? Like, I mean, it's not gonna be like a Borg cube or something, because they never gave us Borg cubes or Borg spheres in the game. No, don't change it to protected. Destroy this. Dismantle this crap. But you can still have the plasma beams that the Borgs are using and make the ship look very menacing with all the Borg attachments to it, like kind of like Voyager looked like in the show. I can actually do that with Voyager, but I don't like to do it on Voyager. I prefer her to look pristine and uncorrupted by the Borg technology. But I have a huge selection of ships that I can actually make them look assimilated and use the plasma setup. Wondering which ship would be good for that. 7 of 9 class. There is one ship that is derived from the Borg collective. I mean, not collective, the Borg cooperative, the liberated Borgs. But it looks like nothing like the Borg cubes or spheres. It looks very incoherent in structure. It is geometric based. It looks like a combination of many Borg designs put together. It's called a Borg juggernaut. And it's super huge and super clunky in terms of like it moves like an elephant. There's Mishu. My Fluffer, I think he's still hot a little bit. Oh, by the way, I am like right now dressed as an assimilated Borg with the Borg hand weapon. Cute, isn't it? I couldn't get the skin right, but I just made them as pale as possible.
Oh my
And what's funny, in ground combat, this is like my best stuff ever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is the best. I do have the Borg exoskeleton, and a couple of abilities that come from Borg, including like something combined with a simulation technique, and also this exoskeleton gives me Borg efficiency, which recharges all of my abilities to really ridiculously short duration. So it makes it very OP because I can quickly restart everything and reuse it again. Here you cannot fire, but yeah, normally this. It even allows you to teleport to an enemy from behind and attempt an assimilation, which obviously doesn't work like 100%, but it will definitely decrease their ability to defend themselves, will deal them physical damage and all that kind of stuff. And it also upgrades myself. Wondering which ship would look good in Borg. I was thinking about using the Galaxy Dreadnought. That ship could look good as Borg. Didn't have a lot of large ships. Oh wait, I did have it here. I actually have a ship that already is prepared for that. Ooh. Ooh. I am interested. I just need to redesign a few things about that ship. Oh shit, I didn't choose it. Oh, stupid me. There you go, ready starship. Yeah, I think that should work. Before I do anything here, I'll do this so I can actually look at the ship untainted, and then we'll make it more Borg. Sojourner. Ugh, no. Neither the hull, neither the material. None of this is happening. Hull can be Odyssey, because Odyssey looks very cool. I'm not sure about these nacelles. Do these nacelles work for this ship? I don't know. I'm not convinced. Saucer. Well, that could work. Although I'm not convinced, it's like a bit too geometric. Yorktown always works. I'm still not convinced about the nacelles. Yorktown. Yeah, the Yorktown nacelles look pretty nicely. By the way, this is the ship class that is the current Enterprise. Enterprise F, right after the Sovereign class. Yeah, that's fine, needs. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not keeping anyone here. If anyone wants to or has to go or do something in the meantime, that's pretty much fine. Yeah, it was like a derived design from it, but it's just like 3 times the size. I think it's like over 1 kilometer long. So yeah, this is the Odyssey class. Now I hate these pylons. I think I'm gonna like... These are the Odyssey pylons. But I think I prefer the Yorktown because they're wider. Now this skin would have looked good if it didn't have the black things. So... the most white you can do it this way, but I'm not happy with the pattern, so... Intrepid looks weird when you're adding the Intrepid class material, which you totally can do. Galaxy is nice, but I think it's too dark for the purpose of this little experiment. Defiant. I like the pattern, but it just kind of stretches out in the front of the saucer. So I think I'll go with the Sovereign. Now it's gonna look the same way as my other Odyssey. Oh god. Maybe different nacelles. Ooh, these don't look half bad actually. If I had to choose, these aren't as bad. Although I'm not happy about the frontal sections. Decisions. And I can go with a standard Odyssey. Yeah, why not? Now let's make it even more Borg. Okay, let's see how can we adjust it. We can definitely add this shield. Oh wait, I actually have something better. I've got the Borg vanity shield from the Borg Collective. I mean the Borg Cooperative. How's it look?
Are you ready? I am the Borg.
The other
I am the beginning,
alternative is
the
to
end.
use the standard Borg shield,
one
which
who
just
is many.
adds,
I am the Borg.
well, just elements of the Borg, but it's not the same because the ship has the original attire to it. Like, the original hull material is there. It's just like over it. I'm not sure if I like it too much. I think I prefer to use the Borg Vanity Shield, to be honest. It looks more dangerous, I think, more menacing. I can also add this. It will have this ugly thing attached to the engine. Plus, it will have the weird Borg effect of the impulse engine, one of the impulse engines. Like for an ultimate Borg experience. Definitely she looks menacing now. Okay, so first of all, this cannot stay. I need a high yield torpedo here. Although, I could use high yield here. Yes, that sounds good. So spread will be smaller, but high yield will be more powerful. The traits will be flushed out again. Thank you, Cryptic, you're incompetent, obviously. Okay, let's start over. Ablative shield, accurate, adaptive defense. Elusive. Oopsie, that sounds painful. Needs, are you okay? Oh, feel the weight of our presence. Allies apply stacking penalty to foe resistance. Oh dear. Well, gravity's a bitch. I would blame gravity, to be honest. Damage resistance rating for 10 seconds? No, I don't want that. What else? No retreat, no mercy, no. Nanite repair matrix. Sounds good. Then I'll add SWAT team to translocate enemies into forward firing arc. Superior beam training and techie. That should do sound. Yeah, gravity's a natural cause, exactly, and you can always blame that gravity's a bitch. Now let's see. I need... I think I'm gonna have all hands on deck because that might be useful. It's interesting. Preferential targeting. Target which environments, weapon ingenuity, and I've got one more to add. Critical buffs from universal consoles. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 universal consoles. So that means that would add greatly to my ability to destroy enemies. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh dear. We need to start everything from the beginning here. We need... One, two, three... And... recharge bridge officer abilities after using auxiliary to battery. Yes, that sounds good. This doesn't sound good, but we've rectified this idiocy. Where's the engineering team? There we are. Plasma destroyer. Okay. Just out of curiosity. This will be a test. Although I think I would prefer to have... Oh well, let's see how this works. What's our damage output? Plasma. Plasma. I don't have any with these, do I? No, it goes from phaser to tetrion. That's a pity, but I think we can work with that. It's like plentiful of things that might boost my ability to destroy my enemies. Let's try this. Let's try this. I've already did counterpoint, but can do it again. Can try this against the Iconians. Well, to be fair, falling items are never expected unless you're a cat and you throw them off deliberately like cats do, but I don't think you are a cat, so I think it's like that wasn't expected. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna test it without any other players for now, and I'll just go for the foreign system. This is going to be probably painful, but we'll try to see how she performs. Test number 1. Oh my god, the ship looks so menacing.
Thank you for responding to our distress signal. We were unsure that it would reach anyone in time. I am James Hunt of the Borg Cooperative. We are in need of assistance. Except if you repair the damage on our vessels, we will be able to work together against the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur, the race that 7 of 9 awoke because she wanted to undo the damage she did as a Borg. That was a very bad call, but then again, Janeway backed it up, so kind of both are culprits in here. Ooh, I love how it performs.
The solar flares overload shields. We have adapted, but they will affect everyone else.
We will adapt as well. Here, be assimilated. Oh, absolutely. If she wouldn't take the responsibility for it,
Solar flare imminent.
it will probably bite her in the ass at some point. Yeah, transferred into another assimilated ship. I like it.
You rejoin bosses, you thieves. Cooperative vessels have arrived.
You bitches, you destroyed my ally. Retaliation will be severe. Let's give them something to think about. And no, constriction and core is unacceptable. Oh, you recognize that plasma energy bolt? If they were a bit more crippled, they would have suffered greatly. I'll try to showcase how that torpedo actually works in that version. Let's try it again, shall we? God, they're so... They have huge resistance. Resilience, I mean. I told you resistance is futile. Why are you even trying? Oh, here comes the solar flare. Hate that thing. Yeah, it's been assimilated. Now it's working for me. I love this console. I'm so happy I bought it when I had the chance. And let's help these guys. They are my friends. It's so weird actually not to shoot a Borg. You fucking coward. You think cloaking is going to help you? No, no. You will die here. Isn't it cool to have actually the same plasma beams as the Borg used in the shows? And it's actually relatively new, even though the Borg was in the game for quite a while. They never actually got these beams right. They were just using it. They just look blue, but they look like normal phaser beams. But they've published another package of weapons, and you can actually get really Borg-looking beams right now. Quite a lot of fun with them. Get lost with this tri-cobalt device. That is not going to help you. Oh! Can you get off me? Thank you.
Reinforcements from the cooperative have arrived.
Another constriction anchor. Get this thing off me. Yeah, I'm trying to make my ships as resilient as they can be with what I have. Get lost with this piece of crap.
Solar flare imminent.
But I'm also using a set that is improving my shield performance. You see, if you have a set of consoles, if you have... Well, it's a set of consoles. It will also create a set of abilities. Like add resistance. Right now I'm having actually a Borg assimilated console set that, again with this, get this thing off me. I hate Vador, they're such fucking annoyance. When you fight them, they just really punch a huge chunk for you, and well, they think they rule everything. Once they obviously are not. No, you're not going anywhere. I haven't done anything.
Solar flare imminent.
I'm not done. Until you're dead.
Solar flare imminent.
And again, this thing is trying to capture me. Why are you even trying? Ooh, that went well. I never had a problem with fighting them, and I usually die here quite a lot. Surprisingly, role-playing pays off in this game. Oopsie, I just flew into a Borg cube. Sorry. That wasn't intended. Yeah, I try to make sure that all of my equipment is like capable of like withstanding a lot of punishment. It's not tanking per se, but I'm still like trying. This is actually a Maker Resilient Shield, which is also from an anti-Borg set. What I'm using right now is a set that allows you to deflect a lot of damage when you're critically hit. You've got a chance to set hull resistance to approximately 75% for 2 seconds, and it deflects all of the damage above that, so it does a lot of good damage. I think I'm gonna skip using the I'm gonna use These frontally have 3 beams, and I'll use this. This is a nanopulse plasma torpedo. They do a lot of plasma damage, from what I remember, so they should perform quite nicely in a battle. Jeez, I've got so much clutter in here. I need to make room in here. Not today, not now. Okay, let's try and take this against someone. Oh, there you go. Defensive Starbase 1. Lots of enemies that might actually suffer greatly from my plasma beams. Let's see how they perform. I also have assimilated like kinetic cutting beam. It's the same beam that the Borg use on the show.
Listen up.
Alright, let's see how it performs. I should have a lot more damage because I'm in a team. It's not super great, but this is a roleplay
Here they
build.
come. We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
Oh man, we're having some issues with performance here. I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm on a mission with a group of other players, the game just goes very, very slowly. I don't know what causes it. I guess their servers are not doing the best job. Oh look, I've assimilated a small ship. Yeah, they're still dying quite quickly. Loads and loads of plasma damage. Oh, these plasma torpedoes look funny. Oh, heavy nanopulse plasma torpedo. I wonder what it does. I've actually never seen it at work. But it's gonna be hard to see it here because all those ships are very weak and they die easily. Okay, apparently it does nothing that spectacular. I'm not happy with its performance, to be honest. I'm gonna go back to the dual beam. Ooh, this ship is dying quickly. And now it's on my side. It's assimilated and it's going to fight for me. Isn't it brilliant? That is really fun, I have to say. I'm enjoying this build. Let's see if it won't kill you this time, but they've actually removed the crew statistics from the ships because they totally ditched the onboard crew mechanic. They used to be like underneath the name, you used to have the crew complement, and every ship has a different crew complement. Like this ship used to have 2,500 people on board to make it work. And as the battle went on, they could have died, and there was another statistic that actually corresponded with the ability to regenerate crew. So you sometimes could take like sick bay damage, which would significantly increase their ability to restore them to working condition, and that would impair your ability to repair the ship, which has been ditched a couple of years ago now. Like, yeah, right now would be a long time ago, but I still remember that technique. That solution, and I kind of enjoyed it. At least they could have left the amount of people, like the knowledge about how many people are on the ship, just for fun of it, like to give you the sense of scale. They've totally removed that mechanic, and I kind of miss that. Older ships will have that in their description, like you will have the info of how much was the crew complement for them, but that's all. It actually doesn't appear anywhere on the ship. So when you buy a new ship and it's an older one, like from an older times of the game, then you will get that statistical information. But since the mechanic is gone, that means absolutely nothing. Kind of pity. Poof, and disappeared. I love that. That's actually the same thing that happens with V'ger. If anyone has seen the first movie motion picture, there was that probe V'ger which had similar looking torpedoes which did the same thing. They made the ship just like disappear, it just disintegrated. And you can have that ability here with that particular torpedo type. So when you go with high yield torpedo, it's going to disintegrate them like that. By the way, I never knew it works. But if a ship gets behind me, it will be transported in front of me. That's a cool thing. I was wondering if it's gonna work.
In order to ensure the security and continuing stability, the Republic will be reorganized into the First Galactic Empire!
Oh, you found that command. I don't think anyone used it before. Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh, the Durdex. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to do with my Durdex like reconfigure its looks a little bit. see how it looks in different versions. I freaking love this ship. It's so freaking gorgeously, beautifully large. The bigger they come, the more I love them, and this ship is so oversized. The Derdex class. It actually recently has been revamped to resemble the ship from the shows and the films, because it didn't. It lacked a lot of details, and right now it just looks spot on. It's just beautiful. Yeah, the first time I saw it in one of the TNG episodes, I was like, Jesus Christ, this ship is incredibly large. It could actually fit a Galaxy class cruiser inside of it. So that says a lot about how does it look and how menacing that ship is. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And I'm going to look around because there are some new options to its look. I know I had like the original skin on it, but there are like different hull materials and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to see how it looks like. What are the options really? So there's the classic Derdex, which I'm using right now. There's the Derdex Beta. It's kind of weird. Derdex Delta. Ooh, nice. I have to say that material looks nice. And there's the Gamma, which I can't use for some reason because I think it comes with a legendary version of the ship. So I can't use this material. Can't use this one either. Which kind of kills the point of having that option visible. And there are the ugly versions of the reimagined ship. There's the Derdex Republic version, which differs. So this one is, I don't know, Talshiar. And this one's the Romulan Republic with the Romulan Republic logo on it. But otherwise it doesn't differ a lot. But, was it Tlis? No. Tavaro. It looks okay. It doesn't bother me. I still prefer the classic green, but... Ooh. Ooh. I like that the wings are highlighted with a different, darker green color. Although it looks kind of cartoony, if I'm saying it right. But yeah, those lines kind of stand out. It's kind of weird. Not bad, but it's weird. Riemann. Ooh, no, that's ugly. Riemann 2. Nope. Nope. Well, that's the idea. These ships are called warbirds. So it is intentional to make them look like birds of prey. Or like, basically, just... well, you know what I mean. So I can't use Romulan Type 0 and Type 0B. Too bad, because I like the whites. Oh, this whiteness is cool. But it costs 12,000 Zen, and I don't have money for getting even 1,000 Zen. So I'm not even gonna look. Romulan Type 1. Eh. Romulan Type 2. Kinda looks like the Derdex standard one. Romulan Type 2 brown. Ooh, that looks nice. It's too shiny for my taste. I think they should be more matte, but still, doesn't look that bad. Romulan Type 3. I don't like these lines. Apparently they look like that depending on the lighting, but I don't like it. Romulan type 3. Ooh, no. No, no, that's bad. Snakehead. Oh shit. This is beautiful. Oh god, that's a fucking winner. I'm surprised I don't have to pay for this skin additionally to buy any pack or anything like it, but this one looks so fucking good. I wonder if I can actually add...
Oh my god.
I know, right? I wonder if I can add... pattern. Oh, I can add patterns. It has a dedicated Derdex pattern. Oh my god, this looks so freaking good. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm having a mini orgasm right now. What about blue? Oh shit, this looks really good. This is the first time I've seen a ship with patterns that looks... Look at this blue over here, it complements the windows. Oh my god. Oh shit, this is really good. No, I'm not gonna lie, this is a winner to me. Every color I apply here is just like... maybe not this. I mean, yeah, actually it does look good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is like, wow. I mean, whatever I choose, even the white one works. Wow. I've never seen this skin, by the way, never in any of the shows. What about the red? Oh, this looks so good. The wing pattern is just so beautifully colored. Dear God, I've never seen this skin before. Like, any of the shows never had a Derdex that looks like this. It's so confusingly good. And I like that the yellow thing just disappears if you're looking under an angle. What about windows? There's type 2. I'm not very fond of type 1. Type 3, yeah, I recognize this one. And type 4. I like the yellow ones, like these large ones, but I still think I'm gonna keep the type 2 because it just like works. Just wondering which color should I keep at the top. Yellowish green. Maybe just like a jade green, something like jade green. Jade would be a little bit darker, I think. To like correspond with the inner nacelle detail. Oh my god. I'm in love with this skin. I've never seen it like... I mean, I've never put it on the ship, but the revamped skin for this ship is brand new, so I haven't seen it before, so... this one looks good. Fades into the blackness, but still complements the background. Just gonna try different red patterns. I like the dark red. Oh, and it's on the bottom too. Oh my god, this is so good. And on the insides, and even on the insides from the... Oh god, this is well done. This is a bit too bright, but this one looks really nice. What works well with... Oh. You know, I like the blue. I might make it a little bit darker, but still. Should I leave it with blue? Because blue and red really like complement one another. Yep, I'm keeping this one for now. I mean, I'm probably gonna change back to the green one at some point because I love the standard version. I tend to like run ships vanilla, like the way they should look in the shows, but this one really works for me. What about darker blue? Ooh, that looks even better. It doesn't stand out, but it looks really good. Tad darker red. Yep, that's a winner. It's a goddamn winner. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna go and fly with it for a while. Yep, keeping these changes. That stays. Nope. 2411, no. Voyager Deep Space Nine. TNG Films. Main Discovery, definitely no. Section 31. Ooh, Section 31 works on a Romulan ship. Yep. It is a Discovery Section 31, but who cares? Like, you can still put out like another costume, which is Section 31 from 23rd, 24th century too. Oh, hello, nurse. You look beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I like what I see. I think it's raining outside. Yep, it's raining outside like hell. I think I'm satisfied with this setup really, really much. I'm using a disruptor set, and I've pumped everything to the max except for this one, but I don't have enough upgrades to bring it up to a higher standard. Except for this one, I think. And there was this one other console here, but no, it adds even less power, and I'm not using any transphasic torpedoes either, so I'm just gonna keep it this way. Alright, who shall we kill with this baby? Borg, Terrans, maybe Iconians. Gateway to Grathor. Iconians then. Someone is running through the rain outside. I don't know if you can hear the screams from outside, but they're coming in. They're running through the rain. I think it just started a moment ago because it was quiet before. Now, because of those lights in the windows, it looks like a huge flying city. Wow, it's taking forever to actually start. The ship is from TNG, so that was in the Next Generation. We could see... I mean, we could see it even in Voyager, actually. In the episode Message in the Bottle, when the Doctor is sent to the Alpha Quadrant ship. Via the network of satellites. There's a lot of warbirds. Oh, look, there's another one. And obviously it does have a battle cloak. Oh, look, a discovery. There's actually a mirror discovery, or... No, actually it's a legendary discovery. It's a fake. It's not actually a mirror. I mean, it's not a fake, but it's not the actual discovery ship. Oh my god, it's raining like crazy. I don't know if you can hear the hum from outside, but it's so freaking loud. But they did say that there's going to be a huge rain today. And it kind of was. Interesting naming for a ship. The guy is named Anubis, and the ship is named USS Ammon Isis. Interesting. Okay, let's kick some Iconian ass. Although this ship barely is able to kick anything. Like, yeah, it has a poor survival skills, and it doesn't like bite too much. And because it's a Romulan ship, it doesn't get a lot of power to anything else. And picking up the Terran mythology, what do you mean? How dare you touch me, you pieces of shit. Well, they attacked me, they slowed me down. Fuck off. Yeah, I did nothing because my ship is so slow. Did they actually use the Egyptian terms in Terrans? Oh, hi Jinx. Actually didn't pick it up because I can't afford to get the pack at this time, but this is the tier 6 fleet version with a tier 6X token, so it has the extra console and ship trait. But I've seen that even Alt was very happy with it. Is no one closing this? No, he's closing it. I can't blame him. I've seen some of his play today, and I think this ship is quite performing nicely. Why is this here? Oh my god, I have the wrong beam up there. By the way, they've screwed up dual beams on the Daredex class. The dual beams used to come from both sides of the wings, and now it's just a singular beam. Like the TOS Connie. It worked fine, just after the last update they screwed it up. And that update just released the legendary pack, but the ship was already looking like this. So they screwed it up. I hate when weapons swap on your ship when you're just getting onto it. Really sucks. They can do what they want, and they're gonna stop those gateways. More radiation gateways, goodbye with them. I'm running a disruptor because according to the show, the Romulans use disruptor weapons. I don't know for what reason actually they decided to go with plasma in the game, but that's inaccurate. And as we already established, I'm more of a cannon builder, so I would run with the usual type of weapons that the ship would run in the show. Sort of a cannon builder. I just want to see how this skin performs because I really like it. I'm not gonna lie, the way this skin looks on this ship makes me want to keep it for good. I'm not sure if I will because I still like the base green one, but for now I'm just so infatuated with the look of this ship with this attire. It's just so good. No subspace gateways. Not escaping anywhere. Stop swapping. More radiation gateways? Jesus. Sometimes they don't spawn at all, and sometimes they just spawn so plentifully. So many of them. Get the suppression barrage off me, bitch. Oh, that's not gonna work. I wish that they revamped like the NX class because it really shows its age. I've just learned that they've revamped the Pathfinder class, which is the reimagined Voyager, the Intrepid, but they have not touched the NX-01, and I'm so pissed about it because I think it should take priority to remake the iconic ships, and they redid the Andromeda and the Pathfinder. They're about to drop into the game. There's like no word on revamping of the NX-01 because it shows its age. It came like so many years ago. NX could really just use an upgrade visually because it works beautifully. I love using it. I love flying it, but it's just it aged. I mean, there are ships that have less significance in the game because we've seen them like as insignificant as they are, and they got a revamp, but not the NX-01. Basically, Star Trek Enterprise is not very popular in the game, I suppose. There isn't much content with it outside of Daniels. Would have been cool if they like brought him in like Discovery. Yeah, I think that's how it was, but it's never actually set in canon. The new Romulan Republic, the one post-Hobos, has never been seen on screen outside of the Zhat Vash, which we don't know what kind of weapons they use, so it's not like it's set in stone or said anywhere what they're using. It's just, I don't think we've ever seen them fire with these ships actually, which is just another thing. So I don't take it for granted. I mean, the game has already done a few things that they haven't picked up in canon, like, although it's hard for me to say that Picard is canon because Picard is crap, but that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that it is crap. Maybe someone enjoys this show. I really swear to God I wanted to enjoy it so much, and they didn't give me the opportunity because they made a very crappy show. To me, I mean, it's so unbelievable. The continuity is so wrong. I mean, there is no continuity. They screwed up a lot of characters. I've heard of that. A certain someone called Chakotay is going to probably reprise his appearance in Prodigy, which I'm so devastated because I never liked Chuckles. He kind of like, I think he spilled the tea. I don't think it was allowed for him to say about it, but he saw it on Las Vegas event yesterday anyway. So, kind of was confirmed, I think, at some point. I wish they fixed the camera. I hate when the ship is warping out and the camera is like panning right through it. It just... They could have like... I mean, they did it with other ships because you don't have the same issue with other large ships, but this one always has you have the camera just go through the ship hull and it just looks so bad. But then again, I think the camera closeness is probably a little bit too close. I mean, I like that it's close, but warp out animation could be fixed. I never usually use colors on the hull. Oh yeah, huge character assassination. They murdered every single character that we cared about. And, you know, whichever they kept alive is not the character I knew and I like. Oh, here goes the toilet ship, as I'll nicknamed it. I don't know, I like this design. I can't say I dislike it. I couldn't call it a toilet ship because it kind of looks cool to me. Wish I had it too, but I took Janeway and I still think that was a good decision because Janeway class is absolutely awesome. What material is this? Wait, camera, move back. Which hull material is this? Is this the Discovery one? Like the Discovery from the 32nd century? Actually, it might be. The colors match. Yeah, that vanity shield is terrible, by the way. Yep, I definitely... It's official. I love the Dirdex, the revamped model, and the new hull materials they added. They just look so, well, it's looking gorgeous. I honestly have less problems with Discovery than I have with Picard as a show. Even though I see the problems that Discovery created and that they had to retcon a lot of them. And probably the best thing they did was to push it out of the era which the show was incompatible with. Because now they can have all the holograms, the insanely futuristic look of everything. They can do whatever they like because they moved into a timeline which kind of supports it, but still there's a lot of mess they caused in Discovery. Even though I still probably like it more than I did with Picard. Picard, I think I liked one episode in the entire Picard show. That was the one with the Rikers when you were on the planet with them. Because that actually worked. The tragedy they shared, even though it makes no sense that Starfleet would ban everything, including life-saving procedure, just because of the androids. But yeah, when it comes to the shows, if I had to compare them, even though there's a lot of characters which I absolutely dislike in Discovery, as a show, I think it still works better for me than Picard did. I pushed it out of my memory. I just tried not to remember that Picard ever happened, and I don't think I will ever watch the season 2. I probably won't, but who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind at some point. I don't think they'll retcon everything, but maybe Q will make Picard a real boy again. That was such a stupid idea. How would you copy consciousness into a computer? That was never done in Star Trek before, and it's just ridiculous. So that it suddenly just shows, I just can't even. I just can't. It's just too much for me. Right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I think my fluffer kind of feels uncertain and I think he just wants to go. So I'll run one more. yeah, I have to say that the best season was probably the third one, even though it had its own problems. But as a show, but you know, there's a lot of like behind the scenes mess that Discovery had. So, considering all the rewrites, reshoots, revamping of the entire story arc mid-shooting, mid-screening, I think they came out still pretty decently. I've seen retcon shows during its run course that went really AWOL, and they totally derailed everything, a chance for it to be anything good. But yeah, Discovery really kind of like saved its ass by just moving itself out of the 23rd century and moving to the 32nd. Because for one, we don't know anything about 32nd century, and the elements of technology that they've introduced kind of work. It's just like we used to get a show with established characters, and there was a lot of evolvement, a lot of evolution between all of the characters, and because everything was so single character centric, so it was all around Burnham and no one else really got enough screen time to people get attached to them. It created a lot of problems for itself because you couldn't actually keep up. If someone dislikes Burnham, they have no reason to watch the show because there's literally no other character that you get bonded long enough to actually care for them. So if a new season comes up and there's like 0 characters you like, how are you gonna be stuck with it? How are they gonna keep you with it? I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna keep up with a TV show just because it has a title Star Trek, even if it has nothing in common or has 0 interest to me, because the way it's been delivered. The only characters I learned to like, well, I liked Tilly from season 1. They kind of ruined her in season 2, and I think she never regained her balance in season 3, but I still like have sympathy for Mary Wiseman's delivery. I guess I like her as a person, and I just want to see her more on screen, and that's probably why I'm still like looking forward to watching her. But when it comes to like other characters, I absolutely despise Stamets, and I absolutely hate the actor who plays him. I just can't look at him. This albino, ugly guy that just... I don't find him as a talented actor because he just plays a big asshole, and I think it kind of plays himself a little bit. I care... Well, the funny thing is, the people I cared about in Star Trek Discovery are either left in the 23rd century, like Pike, like number 1, like even Spock. I even like the retcon Spock, which had dyslexia and all that kind of crap, because he was well delivered by the actor. But do I care about anyone on the cast? I don't even know half of the names of the bridge crew because they've never been exposed well enough to actually let you remember. Ariam was killed in season 2, so we don't have Ariam anymore. We've lost Jane Brooks, Admiral Cornwell, because she died, and even if she died, she would still be in the 23rd century. If she didn't die, I liked Lorca, yeah, absolutely. Pike is just so well played, and just Anson Mount is Captain Pike. I mean, privately I think he's a bit of an entitled prick, but as an actor he really embodied the way we imagined Pike. A very wise, very stoic, but very just captain who really knows his way, and he really knows his work, and he can sacrifice himself without a blink of an eye because he knows that the responsibility comes with the job and with the position, and I just love that embodiment he did. And yeah, number 1 was just so good because she was so sassy. I love Rebecca Rumjan's delivery. She's just great. It's funny because I realized only in Discovery that I saw her in Friends in one episode, and she's so totally different from that show. But it's also 20 years later, so that might be it. But yeah, I wish they gave a lot more screen time for Kayla Detmer, because she has potential. In season 3, when she's piloting Book's ship, alone with the Andorian guy, she's just really like a badass, and I liked it. And I love Jet Reno, Tig Notaro's character. She's just such a goofball, and she's so sassy, and she's so over the top. So I totally love some of the characters in Discovery. It's just that they don't get enough because they are not equal characters to Burnham, and that's my biggest problem. Star Trek, like when you're watching Voyager, you get enough screen time in every episode. Well, for one, because of the episodic form, but also because they gave these people enough screen time to actually develop any feelings for them. Because even the characters you didn't like got enough backstory, so you could, even if you still don't like them, you kind of get what they're doing and what are they doing among the crew and how they fit in all this, because they're needed, because someone actually might like them. But when it comes to the bridge crew of Discovery, we just don't get enough screen time for them. We can't bond with them. And the other secondary character that I actually like, just like you said, Philippa Georgiou, I liked her savageness, I liked her wild nature, that she was unpredictable and she was just her own person, and I liked that so much. And the fact that she had kind of like developed affinity for the Prime Burnham, even though she was a completely different Burnham from the one she knew, kind of works. But on the other hand, because Burnham has this syndrome of Mary Sue, that she's infallible, she doesn't make mistakes, she's not capable of making errors, because, you know, even when she rebels and the way she does, she mutineers, she commits mutiny on the first episode of her season. It is shown in a way that she's actually not committing a mistake, even though she is from a certain point of view, and from Starfleet's point of view, she committed a crime for which she was justly punished. The problem is they showed it in a way that you feel that she's right, so it implies that she is incapable of making a mistake. And whether it's under the convention of she was raised on Vulcan and she was a graduate of the Vulcan Science Academy, which kind of made her human Vulcan, but without having a Vulcan DNA, so she went kind of over the top with the Vulcan thing, the Vulcan part side of her. It kind of makes her a Mary Sue again, because she just doesn't commit mistakes, and when she makes them, she's punished in a way that makes you feel that it's unjustified, even though it perfectly is. So the writing for Burnham is just wrong, and it's off, and it makes you like really dislike her. I hated her for the first 2 seasons. I absolutely hoped that she's gonna die or something, even though I knew that's not gonna happen. But outside of Stamets dying, I'm still hoping that they're gonna kill off Burnham at some point. But right now in season 3, she kind of got this 1 year gap when she's totally... Yeah, Philippa grows more as a character. You know who grows more as a character too? Saru. I hated his guts in the first season because he was such an asshole to Burnham, because the way he was actually depicted. But in season 2, he actually got enough development, because first we learn about his culture, then we learn how unjustly they're being treated by the other race that they coexist with, and then he evolves, and when he starts to just throw away the coward in him, which was genetically forced into him by his initial state, it just made so much more sense. And when he grew, he became a really fine character. When he was appointed a captain of Discovery, it made sense. It was the right moment, right time, and the right character. like, you immediately fall for it. You understood that decision and it made sense. But the same thing doesn't happen with Burnham until season 3, and that's about middle of the season. Because they gave her that 1 year of time when she was just like all alone without the rest of the crew, and she had to do her own thing because she didn't know whether they are gonna come at the time when she's still alive, or maybe they will just follow her in time 5 years after she dies or whatever. She had to kind of let go, and it kind of made her interesting. You kind of like feel there was a change in her that you can fall for, and everything she does in third season kind of starts to make sense. Kinda, because I'm still thinking it's not perfect, but they're starting to like straighten her out. You know, it's just starting to work. I'm not saying that it's perfect because it's far from it, but it's getting better. And I'm curious about season 4 because the way it ended up in season 3, it kind of looks like we're gonna have season 4 will be like season 1 of Voyager or TNG or I don't know, Enterprise, when you have an established character that earned his or her position on the bridge as a captain, and well, this time you'll get the backstory how she came to be the captain, which wasn't a thing for any of the captains before. So they still have an opportunity to make this work, but it really depends how they take it, because this can go in very different directions, and one of them might be very painfully wrong, but I'm just curious. I think they're landing with it later this year, although I might be wrong. Although I'm still a bit more curious about Strange New Worlds, because it's gonna have Pike and Number 1, and I just want to see them interact again. But that's just me. I know I'm rambling and I'm just talking in circles, but I definitely feel like there is a chance for movement, for
Our scans indicate
something.
Your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability
That there is a
to
chance
assist
for
in
the
an
show
ongoing
still,
operation.
like it can still
Looks like our fight got them to notice us.
defend itself at
Let's go
some
over and
point.
ask if their boss might come
They
out of
supposedly are gonna have like 5th season, I think. So who knows? At least they will definitely exceed what Enterprise had, so they still have a chance to make it work. I'm just worried that they're just gonna continue the entire singular season arc, that it's going to expand a major story, huge threads, everything, blah blah blah, yada yada, all the same stuff again. And obviously the crew of Discovery is the only one who can save the world. It's just like, ugh. How do you live with a god complex after so many times you've saved the universe? And it's just like, ugh, give them a break. Move them to the position of Cerritos, you know, give them something mediocre to do so they can actually live a little. Make them second contact specialists, something like it. Although they will have kind of an opportunity to that, because, yeah, they can go everywhere they like. But they are delivering dilithium to places which were cut off from any dilithium sources for like over 100 years. So I guess at some point it makes sense. Yeah, you'll go out with a bang. Huge, huge bang. But either way, I'm looking forward. There's a lot of Star Trek stuff coming in, and I can't wait to lay my hands on it. I'm waiting for the whole season of Lower Decks to drop out, because I can't be bothered to watch it weekly. I just outgrew that form, and I'm really surprised that they're doing this ETC of episodic one episode per week release. If they're doing that on a digital platform, I hate it when they do that. It's the 21st century, and I prefer when the entire season drops out rather than just drop every new episode every week. It's just tedious for me. So I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna stay off Star Trek channels and Star Trek fan Facebook pages and stuff like that, so I don't see spoilers. Hopefully I might avoid them. I think I'll stay off other people's streams outside of maybe Alt, because I don't think Alt is watching it very actively. He hasn't been saying anything about it, so maybe he's also being quiet about it because he doesn't want to spoil it for people, which I really appreciate if that's the case. But yeah, I just want to stay off the spoilers and watch it, binge watch it at the time it drops the entire season. Who knows, it might be very, very cool. Yeah, absolutely. As I said, Strange New Worlds is probably my #1 thing I'm waiting for. And I'm going to watch Lower Decks Season 2 once the entirety is available, because I can't be bothered to wait a week for a new episode. I know they're more episodic, but still, I want to watch it at my pace. It doesn't mean I'll binge watch them like the entire season in 3 or 4 hours, but still I'd prefer to have a choice than be forced to wait a week. So I choose to wait for the entire thing. This Strange New Worlds wrapped a few weeks ago, so there is a huge chance that they might actually premiere at the beginning of the 2022. Hoping for it very much, because that will bring more continuity to Star Trek, more Star Trek stuff. I can't wait to see more Pike action, more #1. And I want to see the Disco Connie. I hope they won't retcon her in any of their designs, because I like that design. I wonder if they're sending Philippa Georgiou to the 23rd century, or is she coming back to just a tad closer period, like something after TNG or just before TNG? You know what time period would be cool for Philippa? She would be absolutely awesome in the time of Enterprise Ambassador class Enterprise C, because we haven't seen that period of time too much, and it would be very cool to see something happening in that time as well, with maybe with the Enterprise, maybe with the Section 31. That would be so cool if they did that. That would have been a good decision and good movement. But who knows, it's their prerogative, and whatever they wrote for the script, we'll see about it. I'm just very curious, because I think there's that sense of humor and good cooperation good chemistry between the characters, like in Season 2 Discovery. That might be a very good show, and it might actually outshine Discovery. Who knows? I hope for it. I stan it. I want to see it really succeed. Out of all the shows that they're producing, I really think, I'm hoping Strange New Worlds is going to be like the best out of all of them. But we'll see. Either way, I think I'm just gonna end it here, because my papa will need a walk. The one I was talking about, yeah, the Enterprise C, I think is around the time. It's the period where we see just a moment of end of the Ambassador class, the previous Enterprise. And I wish we could see more of that era, because we didn't see anything at all. I mean, they just skipped from Kirk to Picard, and you just skipped one generation of Enterprise and one generation of Starfleet. We didn't see anything about it. We've heard stories about it. We've heard there was a huge battle of the Enterprise C, and we've seen Tasha Yar. I mean, that would be very cool if they intertwined this period into Philippa Georgiou's endeavors in Section 31. Of course, it is likely that she's gonna go and probably mix up with the likes of Pike and others, but I hope that we might see her a little bit later on, that she didn't go exactly to the time she came from, so not the 23rd century, but actually the between the 23rd and 24th. That would be good. That'll be a good period to set it up, because for one, if they will do it good, like visually, if they will not revamp a lot of designs, which they probably would, but I can still stay hopeful, right? That will be a very good show, and I would really want to watch it. But who knows how that works, how that turns up. I think I'm gonna go to Deep Space Nine because I usually linger around that location too. My favorite ship to transwarp. I love the fact that Discovery ships are just jumping with the use of the mycelial spore drive, even if it makes no sense technologically wise. I just have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. Really appreciated it. We'll swap off the game. Thanks, Spitfire. I'm waiting. I think Trinita is going to run her stream soon, so I'm just getting ready to be over there. I hope I didn't miss it, like she's not online already. If she is, I'm gonna shoot myself. Yeah, Star Trek is always fun. I really like playing it. I play it almost on a daily basis, like almost every day, especially when there's an event. But if there isn't, I'm still like playing it because I like to fly my ships, especially ever since I got both the Janeway class and the Mirror Crossfield. I haven't actually thought about it, if there is anyone doing Star Trek right now, perhaps. Let's see, watched categories, what do we have? Oh, come on, work faster. I think we're just gonna rate phones. Because if there's anyone watching specifically Star Trek Online, that would be a good way to move about. Lycan on, I don't see him. Is there too many people? Oh, that's right, Lycan's online too. Now I has a confusion. There's too many people streaming at this time. I can't decide. Too many people. Alright. Thanks Jinx, thanks Spitfire, thanks Needy for dropping in, allowing me to nerd about Star Trek, for which probably half of you don't really care, but whatever.
Warning.
I like my Star Trek
Self-destruct
stuff.
sequence has been initiated. Warp core overload in 4 minutes, 55 seconds. There will be no further audio warnings.
I really need to make it for myself, like this command.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Warp core overload in 4 minutes, 55 seconds. There will be no further audio warnings.
Well, apparently there was a further audio warning. Because of certain someone. But that's alright. I think I'm just gonna do a cheeky little raid. Damn, there's so many people online right now. It's just like, how can you choose one person? But that's alright. I'm setting a raid, and we'll see each other next time. I am still on Wednesday with more Uncharted Lost Legacy. So hoping to see you then. And until then, live long and prosper. Thank you for being here.